Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and as the father of 11 children, I thought it would be important to help families understand how they can best find shoes for their children. The idea is, with shoes, especially running shoes and athletic shoes and stuff like that, a lot of times you're getting what you pay for. But that being said, you can usually save quite a bit of money and not have to spend as much money for children when you're trying to help them find a good quality shoe. Now, there's some intrinsic problems in children's shoes. So if we start at the very, very small, the infant or toddler shoes, a lot of times I recommend that they not wear shoes except for maybe for protection when you're taking them outside or taking somewhere. But when they're going to be up and around, especially in their house, it's better if they're barefoot because that allows for the intrinsic muscles, the muscles that are in the foot itself, to function and to grow and develop properly to help them balance, help them function, and their feet function the way they're supposed to. As they get older, you can start progressing to shoes. The problem with most really small children's shoes is they are usually really, really rigid. They don't have any give at all, which actually interferes with their ability to balance, walk, and function appropriately. So there's 3 tests that I actually do for all shoes, especially shoes that, especially shoes that we're gonna put people in to say that they're a good quality shoe. So we typically will do these tests for adult shoes, but you can also do them in children's shoes. So if you take a shoe and you actually put it between your both hands and you push, it should bend at the toes. If it bends in the middle, when you push there, that's a problem. It should not bend there. It should bend right at the toes. It should be bend the same way that your foot does. That's the first test. That's usually a very common test that a lot of children's shoes will fail. The interesting thing with that is if you go and purchase a child's shoe, even at an inexpensive store, you can do that test and it tells you that even though it's an inexpensive shoe, you're going to have enough quality that you can actually use that shoe. The second thing is it should be firm in the heel counter here. So if you press on this, you shouldn't be able to crush it between your fingers. So up here, if you look at that, you can see how you can bring that all together. At the base of it, if you can do the same thing here, it means it's a very poor quality shoe, and it's, again, will not support the foot, will not keep the foot on the shoe, and it allows you to move out of the shoe and the shoe's not doing the support that it needs. And the last one is if you take it and you try to wring it out like a rag, it should not be possible. You should not be able to wring it out like a rag and really just twist it. If you can twist it again, you've taken away the support and the help that the shoe actually provides and allows you to roll off the shoe. So when it comes to children's shoes, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You should get a good quality shoe. And the best way to determine if it's a good quality shoe is not necessarily cost, but taking those 3 tests. It should bend at the toes. It should be firm in the heel counter, and it should not be able to be wringed out like a rag. So just like adult shoes, that's what we do for children's shoes as well. And again, wearing shoes is a good idea. Shoes appropriate to the right activity are a good idea. In toddlers, when they're just learning to walk, I recommend not wearing shoes. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your Podiatry Tips Day